Hello everyone. Today we are going to study the lesson named the last lesson. Here we will discuss about life sketch of Alphonse Daudet, theme of the lesson, key points of the chapter, moral of the lesson and some important questions along with their answers. Alphonse Daudet was born on 13th May 1840 at Nimes, France. Worker, Daudet wrote his first novel at the age of 14. He worked as a teacher in Alais. A handsome young man formed a liaison with a model, Mary Rieu, to whom he dedicated his only book of poems, Les Amourettes. He died on 16th December 1897 in Paris. The last lesson revolves around the language and its importance to the natives of the country. It is the duty of the countrymen to safeguard the language of the country. Prussians wanted to rule over the territory of France as well as on the minds and the hearts of the people. The story reinforces the fact that we value something more when it is lost. Language is important for everyone and it gives us our identity, respect and freedom. The story of the lesson is set in the days of Franco-Prussian War. France was defeated by Prussia and districts of Alsace and Lorraine had passed into the Prussian hands. The orders came from Berlin to teach German in the place of French language in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. French, a young boy, started late for the school on that day. In fact, he was reluctant to go to school as he had not prepared his French lesson on the participles, and a school teacher, Mr. M. Hamel, was going to conduct an oral test on the topic in the class. French thought of spending the bright warm day outdoors, enjoying the chirping of birds and drilling of Prussian soldiers at the back of the sawmill, but finally he decided to go to school. French passed the town hall where he saw a large crowd reading the bulletin board, which had always been a source of all bad news. French didn't stop and rushed to the school. When French reached to the school, he found complete silence over there. His classmates were already seated in their seats and teacher had already started the lesson. Village elders were sitting on the back benches. They were grim and silent. Mr. M. Hamel was in his formal dress which he used to put on the inspection day or prize distribution day. Now he was kinder than usual. He didn't scold French for being late and allowed him to take his seat. French was shocked and surprised to get the news that it was their last lesson in the French language and the new German teacher would take charge on the next day. French was full of regrets for not learning his mother tongue and felt sudden love for French language. He even started liking Mr. M. Hamel and forgot all about his ruler and crankiness. When M. Hamel asked French to answer question on participle, he was not able to answer. He didn't scold him. He reasoned that the people of Alsace were putting off their learning till the next day. He blamed the parents for sending their children to the fields for earning more money rather than sending them to the school. He also blamed himself for sending students to water his plants or sometimes to give them a holiday when he wanted to go for fishing. According to Mr. M. Hamel, French language is the most beautiful language in the world. It is also the most logical and the clearest one. He told the class to keep their language very close to their heart to feel free and happy. Language is key to the prison. Language can liberate them from slavery. Mr. M. Hamel, with the information, wrote on the blackboard, "Vive la France." It means long live France. Thus, the story is a beautiful depiction of the emotional bond of the people with their mother tongue. Language plays a very vital role in our life. Let us promote it by all means available with us. Now, we'll put up some questions along with their answers. Question number 1. Why was French not willing to go to school that day? French was not willing to go to school that day because he had not prepared the participles. Question number 2. What was put on the bulletin board? The order from Berlin narrated that from the next day, German language would be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine in the place of French language. Question number 3. What was unusual in the school on the next day? Everything became quiet and still. Mr. M. Hamel had put on the finest dress. Villagers had come to pay the respect for Mr. M. Hamel's 40 years untiring services to the school. Question number 4. How did Mr. M. Hamel feel while teaching the last lesson? Answer. He felt quite distressed. Question number 5. To whom did he hold responsible for not promoting the French language? He held responsible to the parents, children, and even though to himself for not promoting the French language. Thank you, viewers. Keep learning, keep growing.